Hey guys, it's Melanie and Alf. Alf is sitting in my lap right now and being the goodest little boy. We're both just kind of looking out this window that I sit in front of when I film here in this room. It is like a stormy, windy, rainy Friday afternoon here right now, and I am just loving it. Loving it so much. I'm not loving it for my hair because I spent like, you guys, I spent like 20 minutes this morning with like my Dyson Airwrap doing like a super cute hairdo, and then I have to take the dogs out to go to the bathroom, except, you know, the rain just went on my hair. So I actually just got back from upstairs, like blow drying this freaking wet mop of mine, and now I no longer have any cute loose curls in my hair, but that's okay. Anyway, I am here to talk about the home fragrance picks from the last week. Before we get into the video, per usual, the description box below this video right here, if you expand that, there's going to be a ton of information down there, including what candle sales are happening this weekend, if there's any discount codes. I will put links to all of the candles and wax melts that I used this week that you can still find. So, one of these candles, actually a couple of them, are not currently available, so obviously SOL there, but anything that you can purchase I will put in the description box below this video. What else do I want to put down there? It's just a plethora of information. I'll probably think about it later on, so if you have any questions, they might be answered in that description box, which quite frankly, you might find out the information that you need a lot faster than leaving a comment and waiting for me to answer it, because right now while I'm reading comments like as they're coming in, I'm really struggling to keep up with actually responding. Sometimes I get really overwhelmed with that, and I think it's when I'm having kind of a difficult lifetime that I get a little bit behind on that. So if you do have any questions, check out the description box. You might be able to actually find the answer there faster. Candle Crock 101, Candle Lamp 101, links to favorite Crocs lamps, all of that stuff is down there as well. And tomorrow, I hope I can get this done, provided Alf lets me here. Tomorrow, I really want to upload my candle like tips and tricks, things that I personally do to help with candles that might be misbehaving. So that will be kind of a great video for me to be able to reference in the description box of future videos here. Because I know sometimes people, especially if they are newer to like home fragrance, they, you know, will get a candle that's tunneling and they don't know what to do with it. So I want that video to kind of serve as like just some suggestions, some easy things that you can do to fix or work with a candle that might be giving you issues. Maybe it's inconvenient to return that candle, or you just can't because the company doesn't have a return policy, but you still want to, you know, try to get some life out of it. So anyway, he's okay. You comfortable here, sir? All right. I think he found his position. Okay, so let's get started with what I have in my candle crocks right now. So in the laundry room downstairs, I have Away in a Manger from Kringle, and I just reviewed that candle earlier this week. And I decided to go ahead and put it into the crock after reviewing it because, I don't know, I love the scent, and I'm going to get like a good amount of like home fragrance life out of putting it in the crock. But I actually have the 3-wick coming to me from Kringle. I ordered a couple of the 3-wicks to be able to test out for you guys, because with the holiday candles, if you'll remember, they switched over the soy blend 3-wicks to just the soy formula. So I want to be able to test that out and show you guys how those candles burn down. So those I will not be putting in a candle crock, but so I do have more of that particular scent coming my way. I actually also have my lab sample of Away in a Manger, which this is the lab sample from the candle that I'm collaborating with Kringle on. That candle, by the way, is probably going to be coming out next holiday season. I didn't get everything done for it this year, so yeah, it's probably going to be coming out next holiday season. So I'm sorry to like have to put it off for you guys, but this year honestly just really got away from me, and it's been a little bit hectic. So the orange pomander scent is still coming. It's probably going to be next year, but the spiced orange pomander, which is what my lab sample was called, was actually one of the fragrances that they ended up using in the holiday line this year, and it was Away in a Manger. So I kind of told a little bit about that story when I did the review. If you missed it, I will link the review down below. But one question that I had, or I think someone asked this on my October home fragrance empties, and I thought that this was something that I had stressed like enough to where I didn't have to mention it anymore. But I put candles in my Crocs if they're misbehaving, but I also just sometimes put candles in my Crocs just to finish them up. I don't like putting candles away that I have already burned, especially to the halfway point. I would rather just put it in a Crock and get like a solid week's worth of like 24/7 home fragrance out of that candle, and then put it in my empties and get it out of my house, versus like storing a bunch of candles that I have, you know, burned enough to be able to review. But because I have this channel, like oftentimes once I do a review, like I need to put that candle to the side and I need to light up, you know, the next candle that I want to put out a review of. Obviously the seasons that we have for like uploading reviews for home fragrance are kind of limited. Like everyone right now is reviewing holiday candles, right? So like I need to try to get out as much of these holiday candle videos as I can, but then also I'm trying to balance burning candles that I have in my backup stash that I just really also enjoy. So I don't know, sometimes it's just easier for me to finish my candles up by putting them in a Crock. I get amazing life out of them. Even though the Kringle candles, the soy formula burns down perfectly, flawlessly, no soot whatsoever, like it's amazing, I still sometimes put those in my Crocs. It's not that the candle's misbehaving, it's just, that's just how I'm choosing to get the home fragrance out of the candles that I've already reviewed, that I'm trying to kind of, you know, get through the system. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, anyway, so I actually don't think that I have anything in my candle Crock in my upstairs. So yeah, nothing to report there. I'm sure that over, you know, the next week or so, I imagine that this bad boy will probably end up in there, because this particular Bath & Body Works candle, which is this sweet cranberry pie, this was from what, 2017? No, this was from 2020. Was this 2020, really? I feel like this was before then, but maybe not. Anyway, so this one is just, it notoriously gets kind of sooty at the halfway point. So I'm sure that next week I will say, hey, this one's in the candle Crock. So, but yeah, that's it for the Crocs and the lamps and what I'm currently burning right now. So behind me here, I'm starting with the Kringle Holiday Soy Candles. So Away in a Manger was the first one that I reviewed. This is Christmas Cabin. In the kitchen, I have tea and cookies, and in my entryway over here, I have the Bavarian Christmas. So I'm trying to burn these to the halfway point so that I can hopefully get them reviewed by next Thursday. I should be able to definitely do that. So yeah, that's what's currently burning. Also, I burned this week. So this was one of the candles that I got out of the backup stash. I think I maybe have one more of these left. This is Sweet Cranberry Pie, like I mentioned. This is a great scent. It's kind of an interesting like cranberry gourmand type scent. So this is tart cranberries, brown sugar, chopped walnuts, and flaky pie crust. This is actually a really delicious scent. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the cranberry pumpkin bread that Homeworx had out at one point. Do you guys remember that one? I feel like this is somewhat similar to that. They're not dupes of each other by any stretch of the imagination, but same kind of vibe. So I would actually really love it if they brought this one back, especially if it burned a little bit more cleanly, but that doesn't seem to be the norm from Bath & Body Works, so probably shouldn't wish for that. It's not gonna happen. Okay, I ended up reviewing this, and I'm actually almost done with it. Like, it's almost ready to go into my empties. This is Toasted Hazelnut Praline, which, by the way, is, I mean, I forgot to mention this in my review of this. This doesn't really smell anything necessarily like toasted hazelnut pralines. The notes are hazelnut, toasted marshmallow, and vanilla woods. It's mostly like the toasted marshmallow and the vanilla woods. But yeah, apparently this was released for Candle Day last year, and not a ton of them were released. But then I was able to pick up 3 of these during the summer SAS, and it was a huge regret of mine now that I've burned it that I didn't get more of this particular scent. It's absolutely delicious. So yeah, thank you to those of you who let me know this was a Candle Day candle. I didn't participate in that sale last year, so I didn't know anything about this, but once I saw it on the SAS sale online, by the way, he's snoring, that's what you're hearing. When I saw it on there, I was like, oh, that sounds kind of yummy, so just tossed 3 in because I assumed that I would probably like it, and I really do. This is so delicious. Wish they would come back with this. We'll see. I think I lit this week. I can't remember, but it's been burned, so I'm assuming I probably lit it at some point this week. It's Bath & Body Works Warm Vanilla Sugar. I love this one. This, I think, was probably actually one of my first candles from Bath & Body Works. I remember having Warm Vanilla Sugar back before the candles were in this style of jar. Do you remember when they had the jars that were, they kind of like tapered at the top? I don't have anything that looks quite like what I'm trying to explain here, but the jars were round, and then were they 2-wick or 1-wick? I think there was a 2-wick and I think there was a 1-wick, and I think that I had it in the 1-wick, but the top of the candle kind of tapered a little bit, and then it's like a bell, if you will. And yeah, that was one of my very first Bath & Body Works like home fragrance purchases, was Warm Vanilla Sugar in that particular candle jar. When did they make that switch? Was that like 2000? It must have been a long time ago, because I think that was maybe 2006 or 7 that I bought that. When did Bath & Body Works start with their like candle line? You guys, like I said in my review of the Toasted Hazelnut Praline, Bath & Body Works like fanatics are the best private detectives that I've ever met in my life. You guys find out amazing information. So if you know I should probably know it, but if you know anything about the history of Bath & Body Works candles, will you enlighten us in the comments down below? Or if you know of like a video that explains it, will you link it for me? Because apparently I can't look it up myself. Anyway, I burned Nest Autumn Plum. I'm almost done with it. This is such a great scent, but I will say, now that I'm nearing the end, I am right here. It's starting to get harder to smell this one, so I'm tempted to put it in a crock, but also it's burning pretty nicely at this point. It did end up correcting itself, so that tunneling situation that I had did correct itself towards the end here. Sometimes it will, but sometimes it won't. It's another one of those like candle problem things, and we'll discuss that in the video that I will hopefully get ready for tomorrow. But anyway, sometimes they'll correct themselves, sometimes they won't. That one corrected itself, which is kind of cool. This is this candle is not tunneling, but it is leaving some residue for me, and I reviewed this week as well. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this in my like giveaway pile now, because I'm really not like loving it. There's nothing wrong with the performance of the candle other than, you know, it leaving some residue on the side, but the strength is fine. The wicks are fine. It's burning fine, but it's just a very cinnamon heavy scent, and I'm just not, I don't know, I don't love that. I think my mom's actually really gonna enjoy this one. My mom really likes cinnamon scents, so I'm gonna let her try this one. So we're gonna put that in the mom pile. I have been burning what is this? The berry pumpkin waffles from Homeworx. I just love this one, although I will say the newer version is definitely lighter than the original. That being said, I can still smell it quite well. I just wish it packed the same punch as the OG. This smells very similar to Captain Crunch Berries. Kind of smells like a cereal candle, but just really freaking delicious. And I hope that it sticks around. Okay, let's keep going. This is woodland cranberry from Homeworx. I reviewed this one this week as well. I like this one, but this is more of like an earthy or like woody cranberry type scent. It doesn't have a ton of sweetness to it. There's also plum in this particular fragrance description, as well as currants, right? Red currants. I'm so sorry, buddy. I almost bonked him in the head with that glass lid. Okay, we're gonna leave the lid down here. He slept right through it, but I think I crushed this wick. Arrgh. It's fine, it's fine. Where was I going? Cranberry, right? So we've got cranberries, red currants. Yeah, all that to tell you guys there's red currant in here. So bummer that I broke that wick. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix that. That's fine. My bad. And then lastly, you guys, I finished a Bath & Body Works candle this week. This is Cranberry Woods in this year's, is someone coming up my driveway? I hope not. We've been getting a lot of people coming to our door because it's, you know, it's election season. And they send their people out to talk to everyone about the candidates, and I just don't even answer like the door anymore. Just look through like the Ring camera, and if I see it's like someone with like political signage, I'm like, you gotta go. I don't have time for this. Anyway, Cranberry Woods. This one burned quite well, and so we just let it go to the bottom there. There is a little bit of a scorch mark there on the side. I'm not sure what caused that, but this burned actually quite well, and this one was from this year, so yay, love that. And let's talk wax melts. We have those. Whew, changed out my wax melts quite a bit this week again. So I'm changing my wax like almost every day. I think this week I may have done like every other day, but I've just been craving like new smells. So I'm just probably being a little bit wasteful by changing it, because with Scentsy, I feel like I don't have to change it every day or even like every 2 or 3 days. It definitely gets lighter by like the 3rd and 4th day, don't get me wrong, but I can still usually smell what I'm melting. So, but anyway, I've just been a little bit more aggressive with changing my wax lately, and it's good because quite frankly, I have a lot to get through. All right, Cran Apple Crumble. This is new from Scentsy for the, I believe it was, yeah, it was the fall winter catalog. There we go. I don't know why I had trouble with that. Just got bright, didn't it? So this is in the new catalog. I think this one is nice. At first I thought this might be club worthy for me, but the more that I melted it, the more I craved a little bit more of like a gourmand component to this. So what I've been doing is mixing almond croissant with it. That's actually what I have going right now, and that's a really great combo. Unfortunately, almond croissant is, it's not in the catalog right now. It's in my club, so I have a ton of it, but yeah, you can't get that. Cinnamon buttercream would be another one that I would suggest mixing with that. I've done that too, and that is a really yummy combination as well. Caramel Apple Craze. This smells a little bit like Summer Boardwalk from Bath & Body Works, so that is delicious. I have that going downstairs as well right now. French Kiss. This was Bring Back My Bar. This smells like Brown Sugar and Fig from Bath & Body Works, so I wish I could tell you to like get this, but again, it was a Bring Back My Bar, and so can't get it now, but vote for it if it ever comes back. It's delicious. Happy birthday again from Bring Back My Bar. Another almond croissant, which is in my club. Harvest Blessings. Harvest Blessings is really nice. I like this one. It's kind of an interesting fall scent. It's got a slight like powderiness to it. It definitely has like an apple base. But there's an interesting sort of powdered note to this, and I can't figure out what that is. But I think it's really yummy. It's like a softer apple scent. I really enjoy this one. Stroopwafel Delight. It's in my club. Spiced Orange Harvest, again, another Bring Back My Bar that I had in my collection. Oh, I love this one. I'm finally really going to enjoy that this coming holiday season. I've kind of been hoarding those, but I've decided this holiday I'm just going to go for it and use up all of those. Apple cider cake. I love apple cider cake. This is such a yummy scent. I feel kind of bad because like I'm always talking about how much I love this, and some of you have ordered this and you don't like it. Which, you know, obviously everybody's taste preferences are going to be different. A lot of people think this smells like a really generic apple spice scent. I don't know. It doesn't smell like generic apple spice to me. It smells really warm and cozy, and it smells a little bit like the Yankee Candle Tarte Tan candle, which was a European exclusive, but I was able to get my hands on a few of those at the outlet. And so that one, the Yankee Candle version, is a little bit sweeter, and this is definitely sweet, but I think this might be a little bit more spicy. I just really love this. I love the apple note that's in here. It is very basic in a lot of ways, but delicious. So anyway, if you ordered this and you hate it and you bought it based on my recommendation, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that's why I say, like, if you're not sure, order either the wax melts or the daylights from Kringle. Like, don't go in necessarily with a full jar if you are not 100% sold on the fragrance notes, or you just are like, yeah, I don't know about this one. Go with the melts or go with the daylight first so that you're not out like, you know, $28.50 for like a large jar of the apple cider cake. But if you don't want your apple cider cake, I'll take it off your hands. I'm kidding. Don't send me any more candles. I have too many. Okay, and then the last thing that I have here is the Kringle Melts in Cranberry. So this was a holiday scent last year, and I picked up some more in the melts. Didn't necessarily want the candle version again, but I did order a few of the wax melts. This is a really kind of tart cranberry scent. It's not super sweet, and it really does just have like the slightest touch of like, it's almost like a slight herbal note, maybe like a rosemary or something like that. It's very interesting, but I like it. I like this one. I just don't necessarily think I need like a whole other, let's see, these ones still have, I don't want to throw away bars that still have wax in them. But yeah, anyway. All right, you guys, that is what I have for you today. My foot has fallen asleep, and I'm going to go get this video ready to go for you guys tomorrow and get to trying to film the how to fix a candle. We'll see if I get around to it, but I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you are new here, please subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.